Hey beautiful people, hola mi gente, what's up, que bola? I am back. Today is day 28 of the Decolonizing Spirituality video series, and today we're going to talk about the colonization of holidays. Let's talk about it. These holidays, these holy days that we were raised to celebrate without ever questioning who created them, why they exist, and whose stories got erased in the process. Because when we talk about decolonizing spirituality, we can't skip the days on the calendar that were literally designed to replace our ancestors' original celebrations, their original rhythms, their original ways of honoring the cycles of life. And with Turkey Day coming up, let me be very clear. My family and I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't honor it as a day of gratitude. We honor it as a day of mourning. And because the truth matters. The truth of what happened on this land matters. The truth of whose blood, whose bodies, whose cultures, whose languages were erased just so this holiday could exist. Thanksgiving, the way America packages it, is a lie. It was never a peaceful dinner between pilgrims and indigenous people. It was a strategy, a rewriting of history to make colonization look gentle, friendly, and justified. And so many of us grew up dressing our kids, and we even dressed up as pilgrims and Indians, making paper feathers, eating turkey, and calling it gratitude. When the reality is that it marks genocide, land theft, broken treaties, and the attempted destruction of indigenous nations. So when my family cooks next week, it will not be to honor the colonial holiday. It's to honor the ones who did not survive. It's to honor the ones who fought for their land and their people. It's to honor the ancestors whose names were never written in the history books. It's to honor the truth even when the truth is uncomfortable. Decolonizing spirituality means we stop spiritually bypassing these realities. It means we stop pretending that holidays created by colonial power structures are harmless. It means we look deeper and ask, how did my ancestors celebrate this season before colonization forced their traditions underground? What did their harvest festivals look like? What did their winter solstice celebrations mean? What did they honor at this time of year before someone told them that they couldn't? And that brings me to Christmas. Woo, baby, this one's ruffles feathers, but we have to talk about the truth. Christmas, as we know it today, was originally a pagan winter solstice festival. It honored the return of the sun, the rebirth of light, the cycles of nature, the shifting of the seasons, evergreen trees, candles, feasting, gift-giving, all pagan. It was called Saturnalia, Yule, or solstice rites from indigenous European traditions. What happened? The church couldn't stop people from celebrating their original holy days, so they rebranded them. They took the dates, the symbols, the rituals, and attached them to Christianity. It was colonization, spiritual colonization, dressed up in red and green. And I'm not here to tell you to cancel everything or throw away your holidays. No. I'm here to tell you to wake up, to learn the truth of what you're participating in, to reclaim the meaning behind the season in a way that honors your ancestors, your lineages, your roots, and the people who were harmed in the process. Decolonizing spirituality is not about guilt. It's about responsibility. It's about remembering. It's about honoring. It's about acknowledging that for many of us, our families still carry trauma from forced assimilation, from stolen land, from stolen children, from stolen traditions. So this season, I invite you to rethink how you gather. Maybe you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Maybe you honor a day of mourning instead, like my family does. Maybe you cook a meal to remember the indigenous lives that were lost, to honor your own lineage, and to teach your children the truth. Maybe you celebrate the winter solstice instead of Christmas. Or maybe you reclaim Christmas by honoring the ancestral traditions it originally came from. Whatever you choose consciously. Choose with clarity. Choose with respect. Choose with remembrance. Choose with intention for the future generations who will learn from you. And today's reflection is simple. It's very simple. What holy days would your ancestors celebrate instead? What would they want you to remember? What would they want you to reclaim? Because your lineage didn't begin with colonization. And it sure as hell doesn't have to end with it. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.